let me blast off before we get started on the recap, because there's a lot we got to talk about today. Okay, streamer awards recap. Assad regime toppled. Streamer award recap. Assad regime toppled. SNL Sunday. We got a lot to talk about. Thank you to Macy's for the playlist. The Jason basketball thing is like is shelved for the time being. Okay, streamer awards recap, Syria recap, SNL recap. Yeah, lots of recaps, lots of things happening in the world. I might win anti-Semite of the year. Are you doing a streamer outfits tier list or focusing on Syria instead? I want to do a streamer outfits tier list. I want to go through it. Yeah. Red carpet tier list. But yeah, we'll do all of it. Get in now. There's updates on the United Healthcare assassin as well, but there's just so much happening. Holy shit. Okay, let's do it. Let's blast off. I made a thread of all the streamer awards fits. Oh, hell yeah. Let's go. If the CEO assassin gets tracked down, do you think he'll be brought to justice alive? Andre's fits tier list. You're in S tier. Let's go. Let's freaking go, fam. I think I deserve that. I think I deserved an S tier this year. I'll be honest. I went kind of hard. I went kind of nutty mo with it. And also on top of that, I low-key got destroyed. I destroyed my feet for it. You know what I mean? It's like kind of fucked up. I suffered for it. You have the same fit as some of the people in C tier? No, I don't. Point to a single person in the C tier that is the same fit. Yeah. Chat, beauty is pain. Okay? You need to understand. Beauty is pain. Foolish had a better fit than you. Not gonna lie, I'm a long time watcher. Okay. If you say so. The GOAT tier is Seer. Sean put you in B, T. I think anyone that raised me under an S is doing criminal work. Okay, is doing straightforward criminal work. All right, we got the Macy's playlist. But yeah, let's get started on the streamer awards. So yesterday, end of the broadcast, went to the streamer awards. You already know how that went. I'm sure you guys watched it. Did you skip the interviews of the awards? No, I did. I did do the red carpet. But I don't know where it was posted. I don't know if it was actually posted on the live stream or not, because I was in a haze. The reason why I was in a haze is because I was drinking. I started drinking before we got to the streamer awards. Me and Will decided, fuck it, let's just go crazy. Okay, let's just go nutty mode. And I had some grogs in my fridge that they had sent me. So we slammed some fucking grogs. I had a couple tequila shots too. And, all hell broke loose at that point. I was cracking jokes with the Uber driver about the United Healthcare. Like I was trying to see where he was coming from, like what his opinion was on the United Healthcare CEO hit. And he seemingly loved it. The Uber driver was like so on board with it. It was funny. Yeah. Grogs and cold ones grog. Yeah. So then we got in. Piker, were you drunk at the clothes store? No. We got in, but before we do that, here, let me show you the trials and tribulations that I went through in order to get to the fit that I arrived at. I think I like the Emma upload. Oh wait, someone sent me the link of the tier list. Does anyone have the link of the tier list? What kind of tequila is a Patron? Or no, Cuervo? I don't fucking know. It was some. Oh, little super cut of Will and Hassan streamer award shopping.
And that's a normal size hat. Dude, that's what you have to say, is you have to wear that to streamer awards and just say that it's a normal size hat. Bro, this is so overexposed. It's like we're on the sun right now. You would know our way.
Wait, really?
You are literally Duke Leto Atreides.
What is this? This is sick.
It's prototypes. They're based in Switzerland. The designers used to be the original design team.
Why is he naked?
Dude, this is actually, I feel like rumor.
Wait, can you hold this
You
for
have
a
a
second?
pretty face though. You don't have to cover your shit.
Oh,
up.
shut up. Oh, hat.
You look like a Keebler elf.
Dude, it was so tight. It's like hurting my nose. My nose is...
That looks so tight. It looks like you lost a chromosome. Oh my God.
It was like hurting my ears.
Holy shit.
What's up? It was like pulling my eyes back. You can tell.
My tits are gonna fall out. Wait, I do kind of like that I can be like busty anime girl, you know what I mean?
I have a bunch of pants. I'm not. This is the most Helga ass shoe I've ever seen. It's like, hello, what are you doing? Oh, it's
bad.
just me wearing my shoes. I love social democracy. Fucking my suitcase.
You look like a JoJo character. The silhouette is unreal. I'll kill you if you don't get that coat. I'll murder you.
I can wear this with straight up a tank top.
I honestly hate you.
Yeah, I ended up getting that jacket. It is so fire. I love this jacket. It's so, the waist is so snatched. The shoulder pads were perfect too. Like, it looked fantastic. So I got it. Everyone ranking you low has only seen the 1/3 of the coat. They did not see it buttoned. It's so good. Yeah, that was my mistake. I should have buttoned it up I don't even know if there's any photos out there, but I am so bad at taking photos, honestly. But yeah, we rolled up drunk. But yeah, here it is.
Well, Hassan said he's got to pee. Hassan, quickly, come on, real quick. 30 seconds, fuck out of here. Just get your interview out of the way. I don't care if you piss your pants. What are you dropping?
I'm just dropping my bag. Oh, let's go over in the backdrop. Wait, are we moving?
We got to move for Hassan, actually. Hassan's too big, apparently.
Go over there. Go back there.
Yeah,
He said trust her. Hassan, we had someone earlier who's the same height as you who beat you in basketball. I forget his name. I'm a piece of shit.
Apparently it was Ted Nivison, and he didn't say he didn't say that he beat me in basketball. The Brammer's law. Yeah, so I had no idea that people were saying, like, I woke up this morning to people on TikTok and all over Twitter being like, Hassan couldn't be in front of the sponsors because he's too much of a brand risk. And I don't think that that's what happened. But in any case, I didn't even realize that that was like a thing. And last but not least, why the fuck would I care to be in front of the sponsors? Like, why would I be like, oh my God, I really want to be in front of the sponsored branded, like the red carpet thing. Like, I don't give a shit. You two look like you're going to hurt that little guy. Yeah. I think you beat it to yourself. You are too much into you. What does that even mean? No, he was doing that with everyone. I saw the stream. Oh, Miz farmed that. That's what it is. It was a Miz clip. He kept getting in trouble for not standing in front of the sponsors enough. Not just you. Miz said it on his stream. Is that why? I assume that's where the clip came from, right? Like, that's why people are. You made it to Ron's stream only and missed the main interviews. Y'all had to drive back for Caroline's shoes. Yeah. So we didn't. I guess we didn't get to do like all of the main interviews because we didn't get to do the main interviews
Hassan,
because
quickly,
we were too late. Like the main interviews had stopped at that point.
Real quick. 30 seconds. Fuck out of here. Just get your interview out of the way. I don't care if you piss your pants. What are you dropping?
I'm just dropping my bag. Oh, let's go over in the backdrop.
True, but don't you feel like Cutie discriminates you and makes you look like an outlier? Sorry for being parasocial. No, what? What are you guys talking about? What? Chatters. You guys, every time you come up with like a narrative in your head, you should just take a deep breath and be like, am I personally entirely too invested? Yeah, Austin is such a brand risk. They did the same to him and multiple other people. Yeah, he must be. He must have been considered a brand risk. That's why they moved him as well.
We got to move for Hassan, actually. Hassan's too big, apparently.
Go over there. Go back there.
She said trust her.
Hassan's not allowed to stand in front of the
We had
sponsors.
someone earlier who's the same height as you who beat you in basketball. I forget his name. I'm a piece of shit. Gotta pee.
Wow, dude, I actually feel so bad for him because he was trying to push him to the left, and then he got told he has to stay there.
No, I was only pushing him because I thought that's where we were supposed to be filming. Like, I don't give a fuck. First of all, I'm drunk. If you think that while I'm rolling in with a mean piss, locked in the chamber, okay, also drunk, if you think that I had the wherewithal to be like, I have to be in front of the sponsors, it's fucking stupid as shit. Why would I care about being in front of the sponsors? I don't even take on sponsorships myself. He was literally told that he's doing the interviews wrong. Yeah. Also, I don't know if they know this, but like, we took photos in front of the step and repeat, like official event photos in front of the step and repeat. And I was one of the people that was up for Just Chatting Streamer of the Year. I feel like if this was that big of a contention, if that was that big of a point of contention, like Cutie would have been like quietly been like, hey, can you not show up? This is a major event. I think this is Miskiff just clip farming. And then everyone, this has 194,000 views. I suspect that, you know, Miskiff was clip farming and then people went along with it because it, I don't know, coincides with their deranged parasocial fantasies. I think people got confused because the crew themselves said to do it in front of the hedges, which gave the audience the confusion. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know why this is such a big point of contention. Like, who gives a fuck? Even if it was literally like, Hassan, you can't be in front of the sponsors. Okay. Like, why would I give a fuck?
That actually sucks.
Pressing buttons and keys.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they're doing it their own narrative on the drama supper along with the article that dropped. Wait, there was an article that dropped? What article? Yeah, are you not a little disappointed though? Even if you say you don't care, I don't know. Wait, why would I be disappointed? It must be a little disappointing and alienating even though you're indifferent? No, I don't think it's like that, chat. What are you guys talking about? What is happening? New follow an account, age farming? Yeah, I assume it's just like people being like, dude, aren't you sad? Aren't you sad about this? Why would anyone give a shit about this is the real question here. I mean, I don't, but why are people talking like this is your Joker moment? Yeah, I know. But yeah, once again, excellent W clip farm for Miskiff, I guess. Is kind of funny that people were just like, it's been out of shape over it, but yeah, I don't think it was I don't think it was that serious. Here, let's watch the full clip now.
Wait, what? Yeah, he said fuck you. Any words?
I don't know who beat me in basketball. Is it J-Dub?
Question or a statement?
J-Dub is the only person who's beat me in basketball. He's 6'10", so I don't know about that.
Dang, mogged.
Banks is here? Goddamn.
I like your jacket. I like your jacket. What kind of shoes you got on today, Hassan? What?
I got the Margiela.
Oh, who?
I got the Margiela tabbies on. If you want to zoom in and show that. Oh, you got the camel toe. What do you know about Margiela tabbies?
Hassan, what you know about this right here?
No, see, that's the problem. See, that's the problem.
You love giving back to the people. I love giving back to my wrist.
They can't even hear. They can't even hear you.
They can't hear me?
They can't hear you. You lost the microphone. Let me tell you something, okay? It's not about expensive shit. This is art. This is wearable art right here.
Fuck out of here. That's all I got to say. 4 words. Fuck outta here.
Nah, he did a big one on you. That's an AP. I don't care. Like, what? I can buy expensive watches if I wanted to. I'm not, this is not my thing. How many drinks were you in this part? 2 tequila shots and a grog.
Great.
You look amazing too, and I wish you the best.
Where's your ugly ass hat that you normally wear? What the fuck's that about? What's going on? Why do you wear that hat? Why do you brought back?
Hassan, why do you wear that fucking face?
I mean, it looks pretty good, I think. I don't know. Ask this man about his fit.
Because you're taking the fucking microphone.
Ask him about his fit.
Talk to me, Will.
I'm trying to bring Mr. Freeze to the red carpet, a modern Penguin universe Mr. Freeze. It's very warm, but it's very comfy.
Well, you're probably going to be hot inside. It's fucking really hot, and there's no air conditioning.
Oh, nice.
What are you most excited for? Talk to me.
I'm excited to lose.
I'm excited for Notre Dame, Oregon, happening right now. I'm going to watch it on my cell phone. Shouts out. I hope Notre Dame wins.
All right. Well, have an amazing night. I'll see you in there. Do you think I'm going to win IRL Streamer of the Year?
Fuck no.
You know what? I think you will. I think you will, young.
You deserve it. I don't know who the other competitors are, but I'm going to just go ahead and say this man right here. Hey, Ninja, if you're watching this right now, remember when you talk shit about this man right here? I was on board. Hey, listen, I was on your side from the jump. I saw the vision. Okay, Fortnite is back. Double Pump is back. Are you going to play or what's happening?
I played with Madison Beer yesterday. What the fuck? He's going to take a piss. Enjoy the show, Hassan.
My bad. We're peasants.
Hassan, W. Will. You guys may not, obviously. I know how the chat is, obviously political, but Hassan has always had my back. He's always been super nice to me, so shout out to him. And shout out to Will. He let me have a Rust skin for the Rust server, so that was very nice of them. Appreciate it.
They're glazing you in the comments. Let's go.
I don't know who the other competitors are, but I'm going to just go ahead and say this man right here. Hey, Ninja, if you're watching this right now, remember when you talk shit about this man right here? I was on board. Hey, listen, I was on your side from the jump. I saw the vision. Okay, Fortnite is back. Double Pump is back. Are you going to play or what's happening?
I played with Madison Beer yesterday. What the fuck?
Flex. I like how friendly you are towards everybody. Honestly, fuck people that hate you even though you over-respect them. I don't give a shit. had to be a Hasanabi head working on that production team.
How do you have sex? Twitch princess.
I don't know what was going on. Baby. I don't know why they put me on the
I
reaction.
have been sent here on a mission.
I don't know why they had me on the reaction stream.
This is for hair.
The way that we were sitting, the way that we were seated, made it so that I couldn't even watch anything. Like, so I couldn't even see what was going on.
Wow.
Damn it, dude.
Is this still on purpose? Keep watching. Will you marry me?
Yes, of course.
Over $250,000, thank you. That's f***ing insane.
Oh, no! Yo!
All up to you.
What are you doing? What are you... Oh, big grab!
Too bad, Jeremy.
35 hours!
I'm gonna be honest with you. The moment that I figured out my seating arrangement and I was far away from Cutie and Lud for the first time this year, and my ass was sitting next to Austin, I knew I had lost. I posted about it too. Expensive jewelry is counter-revolutionary bourgeois decadence. I mean, I don't really, there is no morality behind it. I just don't fuck with watches like that. I don't understand the purpose of it. I think people being surprised at you being a chill person says more about this community than your politics. No, I think it says more about the hate farms that exist out there. People love clip farming shit. That's what it is. Why don't you like watches? I just don't care about watches. Like, I have an Apple Watch and I use that. That's my primary watch. Like, it's not fashion at all. I don't know. I don't like, I care about the utility of my Apple Watch because I track my macros and I track my calories. So I don't really care about anything else. Like, I don't know. I've just never been like I've never been like a massive jewelry fan. Like, that's why all my jewelry is like pretty basic shit. People will say it's like crazy or whatever, but like I never wear anything like super crazy. I just wear like very normal jewelry. Most of it is thrifted or gifted. I've never been like a timepiece perv, yeah. And there are also certain watches that I think are cool, especially if there's like tradition associated with it, especially if it's like an old school, like some like old school Rolly or whatever, like, that's one thing. But I, like, for example, I hate the Richard Milles. Like, I hate them. I genuinely despise them. And when I see someone wear one of those like big face Richard Mille watches, like, that are the price of a car, I think less of them. I think they look like shit, and it's specifically a Veblen good that is unique because of how expensive it is, and the price of it is determined by its scarcity and how, like, it's like an NFT. It's like a wearable NFT basically. Like, there's nothing cool about it. There's no history behind it. There's no, like, I'm sure there's a lot of engineering associated with it, but like overall, I think you get that from like an Audemars Piguet or a Patek Philippe or a Rolex, right? Whereas the Richard Mille, I feel like is just, is so like, there's the spicy takes I log into the stream for. I don't know. I've always hated it. I've always hated the fucking ugly ass. It is garish. That's a great word for it. Garish or nouveau riche. It's gauche. It's gaudy. If that makes sense. It is kind of Trump coded. Would you wear a cheap watch if it looked good rather than an expensive cock size compensation one? Yeah, I just don't. Brother, what kind of tabbies are those? Do the heels hurt? Yeah, it's not the heels. It's partially because I think I'm too heavy. It's not the heels that hurt with the tabbies, honestly, chat. It's the foot. It like what is the front, like near your toes? That part of the foot. That's the part that hurts. Cause wearing it for like, and I didn't have the socks either, but they're so beautiful. The ball of your feet, yeah. I love those fucking shoes, man. They are so God, I really, really love those shoes. I get why people fuck with those things so heavy. The ball of your feet hurt and your toes hurt if you don't get the right socks for it. And I didn't have the right socks for it. I just literally fucking shoved it. I just shoved my sock in between my toe and I just shoved the shoe, shoved my foot in there. And honestly, it fucked me up. It jammed my toes. I had zero feeling in my feet by the end of the night.
Oh.
Yeah, they do look like hooves, but they're sick. Like I was trying to explain to Ron, is wearable art, okay? The workmanship, the craftsmanship, the sourcing of the goods in order to put it together. Every fucking aspect of it is perfect. It's so good. I wish it was like easier to wear. I would rock it way more. And I'm sure some people feel that way about the watches too. Is the overcoat custom or off the rack? No, it's off the rack. But right after shitting on watches, bro, you're not selling us? No, you don't understand. That's my point. It's like different strokes for different folks. Do you feel me? That's what it is. Different strokes for different folks. That's what I always try to stress to people is that like there are things that people like. There are everyone has something that they spend a lot of money on, a lot more than they should, right? For me, I really like fashion, and my whole life I've wanted to be able to fit into nice clothes, be able to wear nice clothes, and now that I have the financial freedom to be able to do so, it's like I make it work, and I'm lucky because I get a lot of stuff gifted anyway. Like a lot of brands will send me shit to begin with. But like overall, this fit put together, I mean, I'm wearing like a fucking $15 tank top. You know what I mean? And they still look really good. And I think the fit came together pretty well. I was very proud of myself for this one. You did your big one, Unk. You was doing the Bruce Wayne drip. I wonder if there's like a full fit photo. I wonder where the full red carpet photos are, because we took some red carpet photos afterwards, like me and Will. So we'll see. But yeah. Okay, there was another clip that was getting some love, apparently. Yeah, I was on IShowSpeed's account as well. On his vlog. I appeared on it twice. You were so zooted. Yeah, I have no idea what happened here. Nate Cock, he said his friend is like a massive fan of mine, and he was like, can you dance with me for this TikTok? I was like, yeah, sure. Like right as I entered. He don't want that, walk you down. Every day I'm with that, but we got the dough, gon' blow it down. Bitch, my brother spent 3K up on the coat, feel better now. Thought you was a good girl. Fashion is a hobby. I sew my own clothes. Clothes deserve to cost a lot more than they do. You're honestly probably paying what clothes are actually worth. Yeah, I mean, the irony is the more expensive clothes get, oftentimes the more sustainable they are, and the more work is put into it. But where's that coat from? I don't know. I'd have to figure it out. If you look fine anytime you wear it, looks great. Z, expensive clothes won't save you. Punk default dance, yeah. Was Ms. Drama farming when he said you couldn't be around the brand logos? Yes, Chad. What do you mean? Was Ms. Drama farming? The answer is always yes. When has Miskiv ever been serious? I mean, yeah, here, there's other streamers that are not in front of the fucking, there's some other streamers that Ron was interviewing not in front of the fucking brand logo as well. I think he was just like going in and out. Go to 19 minutes in the VOD. Wait, this VOD?
Yeah, not a good idea. This seems like the line's a little bit packed. I wouldn't get this on camera because there was like 40 people going through security. Oh, hi, how are you?
I think the step and repeat was where they were snapping pics. That's probably why. You look like you were having a great time. Why people be dramatic? I think it's not enough that people just like watch. It's not enough that people just watch, but instead they want to make sure that like there's some additional drama. It's just content. It's people making content for themselves.
Ron, nice to meet you. What are you most excited for tonight?
Well, just meeting everyone, honestly. Very excited. There were such.
Why weren't you on the red carpet? Want to see the JoJo outfit? I did. I took a photo in the step and repeat. We came in too late. Yeah, like I had a lot of time to do a red carpet interview with Connor. I think just wanted to show other people being interviewed there for the next 20 minutes. It's all this location. Yeah, I think they were just like switching it up depending on whether or not people were using the step and repeat. We'll do the fit checks in a second. We'll do the fit check tier list. But yeah, we came in late because we had to go back and get Caroline's shoes, but also because we were drinking. So if you don't give them content, they just create it for themselves. Yeah. But it proves for these other communities that they're brigading to advertising and Twitch somehow work. People believe anything to support their delusions. Yeah, but like I've said already, narrative is more important than the truth. And for a lot of people, they would rather be wrong. I think for a lot of people, they'd rather be wrong, but like keep up the memes and the feeling and the fifis than to know what the truth is. Like they don't give a shit.
The fighting game category is for games like Smash Bros. And Street Fighter and Tekken. I thought that Tekken was a bald streamer that tweeted slurs on the internet, but turns out that's somebody else.
little Tectone memes. Okay, that was a funny joke. I have the Rufio. I have your thread. Don't worry. I got it right here, and we'll tier list it. We'll do the tier list in a second. But yeah. Also, fun event overall. I think it went as smoothly as it could. There's always gonna be some shit popping off where people are like, oh, this didn't work out the way it was supposed to or whatever. But I think overall pretty smooth event, very well run. And I can't wait for the drama that comes afterwards where people are like, this sucked or that sucked or whatever. But for me, how was the food? It was all right. It wasn't that great, but it's never that great. The food is never that great. It's event food. Event food is never going to be that good. What is this? Sketch going to be the reason streamer awards lose their sponsors?
Sports, right?
I actually don't know his name. Stuart.
Yes, I was in the movie Stuart Little, and I have a plane.
You have a what?
I have a plane.
A plane.
Yeah, I fly it sometimes, but I lost it in New York City. No, not like that. That sounds bad. No, I was.
Okay, everybody calm down. Like first of all, you should be able to do 9/11 jokes. Okay, everybody needs to fucking calm down, chill out, dude. God damn, everyone's become such little annoying little woke skulls, and also on top of that, yeah, like Lud made a CEO joke. You know, United Healthcare CEO joke. That's like way more prescient, way more top of mind, honestly. But it's okay, you know. It's gonna be all right. You know what I mean? It's gonna be fine. Everybody, calm down. But yeah, I was on the. This was one of my favorite moments, honestly. Meeting Speed.
All black tight. Oh, I forgot. I need to put the jewelry on. We're red. We're the red Ronaldo.
He looks fucking jacked, by the way. Anyway,
What's good? All right, guys, we're here now. We see our boys later. Sometimes I'll be forgetting I'm a streamer.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's my distinct to welcome you to the 2024 Streamer Awards. Make some noise!
I love that you're a speed parasocialist.
Here we have the legendary IShowSpeed. Hey, we beat everyone.
Talk to Jake Weber at all? Yeah, I did.
Hey, I was there.
You are nominated for Streamer of the World. How are you feeling? And I'm feeling excited, man. Hey, I can't wait to see who about to win. So let's go.
Hey!
Oh my God. Listen, I DM'd you the other day to tell you how much I appreciate you. You are fantastic. I think you're doing a phenomenal job. I love your evolution. Obviously, Free Palestine all the way.
Yes, sir.
The last time I think you were worried about donating to my charity that I was putting together for Syria and Turkey.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Grown up a lot in the last couple of years. I'm a big fan. Turkish donator is obviously the best donator.
Uh-huh. Hell yeah.
You know that?
Hasanabi's not here tonight.
You glaze. I think it's worthwhile. Like a lot of you don't. I have a lot of charity for people who grow and learn from their past mistakes. The thing is, like, this man is, you know, he was like 16 when he first popped off online. You know what I mean? He could have gone a very different direction with both his content, with the way he carries himself, with what he does. By the way, Cutie is not going to be on the Fear End episode today, but for a very good reason. And maybe you'll find out eventually when the episode comes out. But this is perhaps the only valid reason why Cutie won't be on the Fear End episode that we did, the post-streamer award episode. But there's a very valid and very good reason for it. That's it. Not because she's hungover, no. I know you're tall, but try kneeling a bit to the king next time you look like you're about to kick him out. Wait, what? What are you talking about? I'm not saying nothing. You would speed head glazer. Look, all I'm saying is this dude could have gone a very different like kick streamer route, okay? And instead, I think his output overall is very positive, and I'm always gonna give people props when I see them doing good shit. Specifically because it's good. It's good to give people positive reinforcement, especially when they're doing good. and I think he's doing great. Like, he has a very good nature about him. He goes all around the world, and he has a very good nature about him. He goes all around the world. He does this like very positive content. It's not inappropriate. It ends up in a unique and Zoomer way. He's only like, what, 19 years old. He shows all these different parts of the world in a rather positive way, and I like that. I really appreciate what he does. And on top of that, like, you have to remember something. Like, this dude is not only, there's two key politics, like two key political positions that this dude unironically is far more progressive on naturally. Okay, one, free Palestine. Okay, that's number one. Number two, he's, as far as I understand, he's like actually not like insanely transphobic at all. You know what I mean? Which is crazy to me. Like, it is kind of crazy. Like, he went on a date in Thailand with a trans lady, and was like super chill about it too. He wasn't like, he didn't do the classic like immediate meme farming and act like it was gross or anything like that. Like, that's when I was like, shit, this dude is chill as fuck. Yeah, he is. He could have been in a very different position, I think, at this point in his career, especially at a time when, like, it's easy to farm the right. It's so easy. It's so easy to fucking farm right-wing shit. And he doesn't do that. Yeah, he partied with the trans community in Indonesia. Like, stuff like this, I think, matters. I think it's really good. I really love this shit. And I love to see it. Anyway.
Thank you, dog, man. I really like what you've been doing. Going around, showing different cultures, doing a fantastic fucking job.
That's it, bro. You killed it, brother.
Yes, sir.
W. Hassan. This is going to sound like a very corny comparison, but he's literally the Monkey D. Luffy of streaming. No, I don't think it's a corny comparison at all. No, he straight up is Monkey D. Luffy. He really is. Like, his vibes are exactly like that. Yeah, I mean, he loves Luffy too, but his vibes are exactly like that. He just likes to fucking go around and eat food, and is like very open-minded in general, weirdly athletic for no reason. Like, yeah. It's good for his impressionable fans to see you being normal too. Permission structure to say Hassan is chill as fuck. Yeah, I mean, who cares? Who does that make you in the universe if he's Luffy? Oh, Rayleigh. Easy. I'll take anything. Sean the Black, thank you for the raid. Heard you rated me as a B tier fit. Oh, no, you gave me S tier? Okay, good. Someone said you gave me B tier. I was pissed. I was like, come on, dude. Hung out with the RDC boys quite a bit last night as well. That was a lot of fun. Great seeing them around. Mark Phillips is still ducking me because he's scared. But that's a whole different point. WRDC, they're great. I love them. It's so funny because, like, I've been such a massive fan of their content for years and years and years. Like, I've been watching them for so long. Okay. Calling a black young man monkey, what the fuck? Are you joking? Do you know what Monkey D. Luffy is? You have to be joking, right? Are you okay, chatter? This is the one friend who's too woke. the one friend who's too woke. Or just old as fuck, honestly. Bait used to be, yeah, woke of the day. Woke of the day, chatter. I know it's only an hour in, but you have secured it. Congratulations, chatter. You have won the wokest chatter of the day. Someone sent me the clip of Speed's bedroom, his new bedroom. Okay. Another rosebud bloomed. Yeah. Does anyone have his new gaming setup? The chatters that don't know, Monkey D. Luffy is a very famous anime character from One Piece, one of the most famous animes of all time, and it happens to be one of my favorite animes and Speed's favorite animes as well. He loves it so much that he literally put Monkey D. Luffy all around, plastered it all around his room, his new gaming setup, his literal fucking desk, the gum pistol arm, and he has Monkey D. Luffy's head right above his bed. Yeah. So And I think he has a One Piece tattoo as well. Yes, I'm joking. Love you. Yeah. Damn, that's actually sick. All right, anyway. He has Luffy tagged in his main IG bio too, by the way. Yeah. You should get a full sleeve in Japan. Yeah, maybe. But that's enough IShowSpeed glaze. But, you know, I just wanted people to know. I think it's worthwhile to praise people by judging the industry that they're in. I grade people on a curve all the time. This frustrates a lot of people. They don't understand it, but I judge them not by their past actions, but what they are now and who they become on their own journey. I understand everyone is imperfect. And I think that people coming in, I mean, I think that overall, you know, growing up online, being super famous, he could have evolved into something much different. Compilation of Ron's interviews is golden.
Worse if I went like,
oh yeah, fan here.
hi Ron, how you doing? You having a good time?
Okay, get the fuck out of here. Go.
Oh my.
I know it's hard to
Oh my God, that's loud as fuck.
remember the people we used to be.
Hassan, we had someone earlier who's the same height as you who beat you in basketball. I forget his name. I'm a piece of shit.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he said fuck you. Any words? Are you gonna win today? Fuck no, you're not beating Jason. What? You're not beating Jason. The fuck? What you excited for tonight?
I'm just excited to, you know, be here with everyone, honestly.
Nah, come on, give a cool answer. Fuck all that. Fuck yeah.
Answer?
I love Mountain Dew.
I love Mountain Dew. I'll tell you what, when I wake up, crank open a Mountain Dew. I sit down and take a shit, crank open a Mountain Dew. I go to the library, got a Mountain Dew. I go to strip club, Mountain Dew.
Anyways.
Great.
Yeah, I think we're seated next to each other in there.
Oh, we are?
Yeah, I think so.
I can't wait. It'll be awesome.
Yeah. All right, I'll let you through. I'll let them take your pictures. I'll just lie my ass off, Steve. See you soon, guys. See you at the table. Yo, fat ass, keep it moving. I got shit to do.
Yes, I was in the movie Stuart Little, and I have a plane.
Have a what?
I have a plane. Yeah, I fly it. But I lost it in New York City. Oh, not like that. That sounds bad.
Look at us. Like, we're all celebrating, and that's what's important.
I love that. And
This low key was a fit. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. Like, I know it's an ad, but like, what a way. What a way to do a fucking hashtag ad. You know what I mean? That's how you do it right. Come on, wearing a sponsor is crazy. I'm gonna keep it $150 with you. It's wild that I've never thought that I would see the day where there was like a fucking insane wearable ad like this where I would, you know, give it the props necessary.
And I love that for you. One more thing real quick. Here, let's mute the mic. Can we rig the fucking thing for me so win, please?
Places.
PC Xbox Game Pass.
PC, you know what that stands for?
What?
Population control. They're putting something in the pigeons.
I'll see you in there. Do you think I'm gonna win IRL Streamer of the Year?
Fuck no.
If you could compare me to one celebrity, what would it be? You know what to say.
Danny DeVito?
A lot of people that are coming in that I have no clue who they are. Oh, it's over. Get your GGs ready. Get your GGs ready. Stop saying this is a cuck corner. I'm sure he'll be out here in the next 30 seconds anyway, calling me short, ugly, and whatnot.
Bro, you're not short.
Get the fuck out of here, bro. The chat, W-Oz.
What's your opinion on performance-enhancing drugs?
I love, were people skiing at the Streamer Awards? You mean like doing coke? I don't think so. How the fuck would I know that? I'm a boring ass nerd, brother. I'm a boring ass loser.
Is that good, Steve? Sorry about that. He's special. Ignore him.
It's the compliments are flooding in.
Nobody has complimented my outfit.
I know. It's because you went with my grandma just passed away, but not she, but this. I don't know. You.
Oh, the Hasanabi lookalike contest happened in Chicago, and I don't know who the winner is here. I don't know what happened there. It was let's just say it was sparsely attended. It seems. Here are the Hassans from the Hasanabi lookalike competition. Congratulations, guys. I feel like this got lost in the sauce a little bit because the United Healthcare assassin lookalike competition kind of took this away. A lot happened when this was originally announced, but I'm glad that there were some Hasanabis out there. Walmart Hassan. Okay, chat, calm down. People are just having fun, okay? Was the Mayan better than the Will turn in your opinion? I don't fucking know. I guess. Sure. I wanted to go out, but it was cold. Come back to Chicago one day. This one banged, by the way. I posted Free Palestine last night with Speed. I forgot to even fucking tag him in the photo. And it got 176,000 likes. It's crazy. I want the real Hassan, not the fake one. Was this you shouting about XQC
XQC,
phase?
where are you at? Hey, XQC, let me ask you a question. Okay, so, wait, what are you going to tell him?
No, don't tell him. Hey, it's official. Newest phase member 2024. XQC, phase X in the chat.
Look at that. XQC looks...
No, that wasn't me. I didn't even realize. I don't think I was... I think I was busy chowing down at this point. Will ordered galbijim from Sanandang, and I went over to that table and I was just fucking downing it. I was downing that shit. A dude commented on the pic saying he hates how streamers use Palestine as a grift for money. Lamau. Wait, what? I think there's something very funny about saying a person, any person in general, is like grifting as a pro-Palestine person, but additionally funny and goofy to say that about someone like myself, because, you know, I think we all know what happens when you are openly pro-Palestine. It's not exactly a lucrative grift, if you catch my feelings, if you catch what I'm saying. Like, so many people have fucking lost their jobs, get called an anti-Semite, get arrested. Like, what are we talking about? Yeah, it's the best grift ever, where follows you everywhere you go, where they just send emails. They send emails, they blacklist you, they send emails to like every advertiser or every fucking outlet that covers you without calling you a terrorist. It's a lot. It's very lucrative. I highly recommend it. Yeah, it's a grift where the person stays true to their convictions and then loses money and job opportunities. It's a super fun grift. If it was a very lucrative grift, I think you would see, I don't know, Walmart and SNL and all these other fucking liberal institutions openly doing. It would be like BLM. BLM was like sedated and commodified, and very quickly after that, you know, you had the Walmarts throwing up the black fist and stuff. We have not gotten to that point with the Free Palestine movement yet. It's the same bullshit as saying you can't have money if you're a socialist. Yeah, I know. But can we segue into the fit checks of the merch giveaway? Sure. We'll do the fit checks in a second. In my opinion, anti-Semitic right-wingers like Dan Bilzerian are the only people you can say are pro-Palestine grifters. Yeah, I mean, I think like there are people who are anti-Israel, but damn, everyone is spamming enter. Yes, gifted merch is back. Remember, all the merch is still going to charity. Raíces, Texas, which is a 501c3 that works with undocumented migrants in the state of Texas. You don't have to be American to enter, but you still have to pay, I think, the shipping fees, but you get the merch for free because someone else bought it for you in the community. It's a wonderful opportunity to give back. It's kind of like gifted subs, which is another wonderful opportunity to give back to the other members of this community if you'd like. You can also subscribe on your own to show support for $6 or for free with a Twitch Prime, or you can get gifted a sub as well. Anyway, Joe Kuja, thank you for the 5 get the subs. Did you not link up with Buddha? I did. I love Buddha. I love seeing Buddha. Throwing bagels at the wall. Thank you for the 10 gifted. Caked up bot. Thank you for the 5 gifted. Joro Sara, thank you for the 10 gifted. Can I upload edits to Spotify? Sure. Motorface, thank you for the 5. Leonard's Politics, thank you for the 5 gifted. Okay, let's keep going. We're cooking here. Did you stop doing ad breaks? Yeah, when my contract ended with Twitch, I stopped doing ads. Oh, Sung Kwan, thank you for the 5 gifted. Kendaloo, thank you for the 5 gifted. Did you meet Damon Albarn in London? Yes, I didn't know who he was originally, but I did meet him. I forgot to mention, yeah. I wrote this in the Discord. I forgot to mention, but the Gorillaz lead singer / Blur's daughter is a massive Hasanabi head and made her dad come to the Oxford Union. Yeah, he was there. After my Oxford Union speech, I met him and his daughter. Yeah. How do you forget that? I don't know. It's chill. Oh, wow. There was actually a lot more in the turnout than I thought. Wait, never mind. There were hella people there. That's crazy. What the fuck? Y'all are so jobless. Oh my God. Y'all are so fucking jobless, dude. I thought that like 10 people showed up. Oh my God. You fucking jobless ass motherfuckers. I know it's Sunday. I know. I'm glad that there was a little impromptu fan meetup in the middle of Chicago. I'm kidding. Calm down. This was for the Hasanabi head lookalike competition. Did you do a different speech at Oxford? Yeah, I did. Hasanabi head meetups without Hassan there? Yeah. I'm proud of you guys. What is this? And then they interviewed the winner.
What's up, Hassan?
I won the Hasanabi lookalike contest here in Chicago, and I have the little trophy and 50
Oh my God, you got a little trophy? That's
Yeah.
sick. What are you gonna do with your $50?
Fucking buy breakfast. I think I haven't eaten all day.
Hell yeah, that's
yeah,
sick.
hell yeah.
What are you guys doing, man? One time when I was at uni, my parents had my birthday cake without me. Same energy. Yeah. Was he in the Hasanabi lookalike competition too? What's happening here? Did you also meet Tara Yumi? Yeah, I did. I met her. I told her that I had seen her with Quen talk about me, which is probably not the best thing to tell someone. But yeah, Tara Yummy. Sorry, not Yumi. Also, Kaisenat just won Kaisenat won just chatting streamer, meaning we won't get a tasteful nude photo shoot of Hassan. Yeah, it's true. You did this. You did this. Sorry. Guys, did you meet Asian Bunny? Yes, I had met Asian Bunny already. She made a beautiful portrait of me that she gave to me at TwitchCon, one of the TwitchCons that I was at. But yeah, I met her again, and she was like, "Where'd you put the portrait?" Straight up. I don't know where it is. It's here somewhere though. Please, Hassan, just one tasteful nude shoot in my life is yours. Nope.
I would let this 40-year-old grown man fuck me in my tight ass.
What? Okay, calm down, dude. Chill. Why are you exposing my alt account? Why can't Kai ever show up to the event? Kind of lame. He wins so much but can't be there. I'm not gonna lie. Like, look, no disrespect. I mean, obviously Kai deserves all of his flowers. I've consistently said he is one of the best streamers, and it's obvious. He's one of the best streamers in both providing entertainment value, truly changing and redefining the genre in and of itself. Having said that, however, yeah, I wish he would attend these things because I feel like, I don't know. It's just like, I mean, he basically swept. And like even with my just chatting streamer competition where I lost to him, he's the most popular streamer. I thought I would have lost to Nick. Like, I didn't think I was going to win, but I really thought Nick would have won. And I really wanted Nick to win because I think he deserves it. Released the count. I want to know if my streamer got second place. I probably didn't even get second place. Nick probably got second place. But yeah, I did not come because he read a magician would be performing during the awards. Yeah, dark arts. Yeah. I think the fact that Nick got the Streamers Awards is even better, honestly. Yeah. Had Nick Mullen on stream on the last taps. He talked about it and wanted to do streaming. Right, really? You know why Keizo doesn't attend? I think Keizo and Jinxie both have like a real valid fear of flying, if I'm not mistaken. But it was cool to see Speed win, but I would like for you to get some recognition at some point. I mean, I think I get enough recognition. I've won an award every single year except for this one. And also beyond that, I've done a lot this year that I think I never really thought I would do. So it's okay. You know what I mean? Plus, I'm about to win Anti-Semite of the Year. Oh, there is that. Best outfit on the carpet. Yeah, they went crazy. They always do it crazy though. They always do it crazy big. Yeah. I think I'm getting plenty of recognition. I don't know if you guys know this, but I just came back from London where I spoke at both Oxford and also Cambridge Union. So, you know, it's pretty good.
You could also serve steaks. You could be a ventriloquist.
Well, guys, I needed to sit down. This has been a lot. I do not look homeless. What's wrong with you guys?
Look at you, man.
And then I had to go back to Jason the Weed. Oh, god damn! I fucking hate that guy. That guy fucking sucks.
That might be better than Madison.
Get the fuck inside.
Red carpet pics are in. Where are they? You're gonna win Anti-Semite of the Year and then get deported.
On day.
Okay, let's chill. Let's chill out. Okay, let's not say that. Oh shit! The awards, the Getty red carpet pics are in. Let me see. Wait. My picks are not on it though. What the hell? God damn it. I really wanted to see a full fit. Oh wait. Oh no, it's just Will. Will with the Jets player. Is Ray coming over for the fit pics later? No, because she's doing something secret. So unfortunately this year we're not gonna be able to keep up with the tradition. Brand risk? No, chatters. You guys jokingly say this shit and then people like legitimately believe it. Okay. No. I got flicked up at the red carpet in one of the step and repeats, and I want to see it, but I don't know where it is. Maybe it's not on Getty. Yeah, this is what happened as well. Did I spend a whole week covering Syria just for it to fall the day I decide not to stream politics? Yes, that's exactly what happened. What's up with FaZe Clan at the Streamer Awards? What do you mean? I will be covering Syria today. Yes, best chatters. In due time, it's happening. What the fuck? Best boy love kissing scene in 2024. Cutie didn't cook you, Will and Austin, this year?
Had an amazing year. We've got a lot of great stories to cover. Some good news. Tyler 1 and Michaela have a baby.
Yeah, we didn't get cooked this year. We didn't even make the cut to get cooked this year by Cutie. Doesn't love us. It's okay. She's moved on. She's moved on to bigger and better things. Can you take more breaks from streaming so the history can move forward? Yeah. FaZe Clan looks like those high school bullies, but you can tell they've had bad home lives, so you don't hold a grudge. Why are you guys fantasizing about this stuff? I don't think it's like that at all. I think it. Oh, she did make a joke about me? I didn't even realize that she made a joke about me. I didn't know. She kind of cooked me in the yearly recap. I didn't even hear it. People were screeching about the ad. Yeah, this is like, it's a bit, man. I don't know why people are taking this shit seriously. Like, obviously, this is not real piss, chat. Yeah, they're just doing rage bait. This is somehow gayer than all of them just kissing. Oh, yeah, they were doing the Kanye thing. I don't know why the fuck they put it in a real urinal though, because that's kind of nasty. Then you got the funny thing about that is that it's a bit of a self-own, because you take your fucking awards and then you put it in a real urinal and then you have to carry it everywhere with you for the rest of the night, which they did. So, and yeah, I mean, it's funny that they were trying to do this, but like I said, it's a bit of a self-own, I think, a bit of an own goal. Did you talk Jacksepticeye? I did.
I'm also excited to announce that this stream is being brought to you with limited ads, thanks to all the articles written about Hassan. He was not even in his fucking seat. Where is
I didn't even see. I didn't even know that this was a thing that happened.
he? Oh, he's talking to Speed.
I didn't even realize that was. I didn't even hear it.
I'm also excited to announce that this stream is being brought to you with limited ads, thanks to all the articles written about Hassan.
You can literally hear this in the background, this B vlog. Oh, bro was drunk. Yeah, I was a little drunk. Fanboy. Emily CC said she was afraid to talk to you. Wait, what? Why? You were talking to Speed during it here? That's so funny.
Oh my God. Listen, I DM'd you the other day to tell you how much I appreciate you. You are fantastic.
Oh my God, you can see it in the teleprompter in the background.
You're doing a phenomenal job. I love your evolution. Obviously, Free Palestine all the way. Yes, sir. The last time I think you were.
That's so funny. Kismet, dude. What a time. How incredible the timing of that. The coincidence. That's so funny that you can hear it in the background. I had no idea. Oh my God, I'm gonna quote tweet that. I had no idea the Cutie was making a joke about limited user support. Are you doing a pod today? I already did the pod. I had no idea the Cutie Cinderella was making a joke about me having articles written about my pro-Palestine position limiting ads. I was talking to Speed here. Please, sir, Syria takes. Hello, human rights. Take a week off. Were you and Will hungover? Yes. We already recorded. We recorded the podcast.
Worried about donating to my charity.
When are we getting the Hassan X Duke pod? I don't think so. I don't think it's happening. But please, Hassan, talk about Syria. I must know what to think. You guys are so crazy. All right. Just saw Trump in Paris at my hotel. He's actually orange, and that's not surprising. Have you ever thought about having Bassem Youssef on? Yes. I'm gonna have him on most likely in person soon when he's back in LA. Chuckle Sandwich episode is dropping next week, I believe. Baron Trump really at the Streamer Awards? Yeah, really. Is this UAW Local 2179 picketing outside a Strand bookstore for fair wages? Strand is officially on strike. I will share the strike fund once it goes live. I'm also planning on going to LA and hoping to highlight this on a large Turkish man stream. Motherfucker didn't even text me. Honestly thought Hassan the Hun had the best fit last night. Thank you, Nandre. I agree. Charlie XEX had a pretty solid fit. I mean, I saw the jiggle physics I saw the jiggle physics on her red carpet or green carpet, whatever the fuck that is. But you know, it was pretty crazy. All right, we'll do the streamer awards fits in a brief moment. Had that. We got some Syria takes coming up as well. Fear not. Is there anything I'm missing? Bella Porch and Iron Mouse's performances were fucking sick. Yeah. Your rage is back. Here, I'll play this. While I go pee.
Model flight, man.
What that mean?
Dog.
Really? Wait, why they said that? I think they might be talking about like the chocolate bar or something.
Ooh, that hurt. That hurt bad. Well, let's go. Wait, I ain't finished my other shit yet. All right, where was I? That's way too far back. Hell no.
Broderick music.
All right, let's go.
Wait, today? He'll still be on Kig, and he's still on Kig per his last Instagram post, but he's gonna be streaming at. As a Menace citizen, I'm confused as fuck about Syria. Don't think Hassan has a clue on what's going on either. No, I'm fully aware of what the fuck's going on in Syria. I've been talking about it for this past week. Now Aiden is coming back. It seems there's actually been some drama in the past few months between the CEO of Kick/Steak and Aiden. I'll be making a full video on why I'm leaving Kick indefinitely. I'm stepping down officially, and I will be going into detail about this week. I will tell you all everything. With that being said, I'm going to fully focus on being reinstated on Twitch. Thank you. I think Aiden has a long way to go if he wants to get, like, I have no say in this process, obviously. I think Aiden has a long way to go if he is making a good faith effort. But he has done so much over the past fucking year when he was at Kick. Like, his community is so, like, he needs to literally purge his community. He needs to literally purge his community. There's so many fucking vicious, anti-Semitic, like, psychos in his community. Like, it's not even, like, it's not going to be easy, man. That shit takes, it's probably some personal grievance over anything moral. His community, you mean him? No, I'm saying even if he was like taking a good faith effort and like legitimately trying to change his ways, it's a long way to go. Do you think that kickback is drying up? Probably. I don't fucking know. Like, his community is so fucking vicious. Like, it's so toxic, so vicious, like, straight up. This is absolutely the type of shit. This is absolutely the type of shit that, like, Twitch cares about in terms of, like, terms of service. Like, they don't play around with that. I know everybody loves, like a story, like a comeback story or whatever. What is this? Oh, man, he wouldn't be on Kick without me. I built Kick through Bruce, which brought Rage, XT, etc. What's called? You should not be so disrespectful to your daddy, Aiden Ross, like that. You had that bot to beat my Donald Trump stream. They are using you as a stake funnel, my boy. Also, you get paid a month when I make a stream. Respect your father. Yeah. I think it's a weird precedent. I think it's a weird precedent to just be like, look, I love rehabilitation. You guys know this. And I love it to a point where people get very mad at me and say I'm far too charitable to those who are not deserving of charity. Having said that, however, I think, you know, I don't know what the internal drama is with Aiden Ross, and I don't know what the internal drama is with Aiden Ross and Steak, but like the years that he spent on Kick, he did so much. I mean, he did so much to his own brand. He did so much reputational damage, and also simultaneously, he just like leaned so far into unimaginable far-right content, collaborating with like straight up Holocaust deniers and shit. You know what I mean? It's crazy. And it was poison. It was poison from the jump. This is something that I very clearly called out years ahead of time. Okay? This is something that I called out years ahead of time. When Kick was first forming, I said, not having any sort of terms of service application is going to make this platform a space for pedophiles and neo-Nazis, right? And people yelled at me for it. I said that Kick was a cutout for Steak. I said that Kick was a carve out for Steak so that they could do cryptocurrency gambling sponsorships and use it as a funnel to move a bunch of people into, you know, getting a lifelong crippling gambling addiction. But not only did that happen, But also on top of that, there were so many like insane, like neo-Nazi fucking content creators that popped off. And I would say that Kick in and of itself damaged the entire streaming space because of all of the visibility of the crazy, insane shit that Kick streamers were doing. That literally made people hate streaming even further, which was already, you know, there was already a lot of valid reasons to hate streamers. We're out of touch. We're rich. We're spoiled. You know, all we do is sit in front of a fucking computer and make a shit ton of money. But Kick definitely didn't help. You know what I mean? All the clips that Stake was paying for, the entire clip farming Twitter ecosystem that was created, that also happened to be the fuck Hassan ecosystem on Twitter as well. That serializing, harassing people, having metas like, you know, creating CSAM, like all of this stuff. Yeah, Johnny Somali agitated entire nations. It's just so bad. It's just so bad across the board. And you also used to say that you wanted it to succeed for a competition against Twitch before the insane levels of shit on there. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind. I don't mind having like healthy competition in the streaming space because it's good for streamers and it's good for the watchers as well. I timestamped
On top of
it.
that, I do wish you well on Kick. I really do, because I want a competitor.
This is from March 20th, 2023. Hasanabi debates Trainwrecks TV.
I want a competitor to Twitch because I think that would make the platforms overall better. But make no mistake, ironically, you started off talking about how you hated how much titty streamers or fucking hot tub streamers and the meta was awful. And now you got porn on your platform. Now you got one of your main poster boys at Kick showing porn to minors. So maybe you now recognize the importance of moderation, especially as it pertains to an overall platform.
Wait. Let me respond to that. First of all, me going on rants about titty streamers 4 years ago or however long ago that was.
Oh, your positions have changed?
Oh, so have H3's positions changed?
Oh, no, I love that. I love that.
Can you change?
Yeah, of course. If your positions on titty streamers have changed, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Okay. I'm glad.
Okay.
But I don't think your positions have changed so much that you think it's okay to show minors porn, right? I don't think that's the case, right?
Of course not. That's definitely.
Anyway, the classic 2v1, I was there. Yeah, this was fun stuff. Who was the streamer showing content to minors? Oh, it was Aiden Ross. We got the Wikipedia page for socialism up on the side, too.
Weird as hell for him to do that, but to bring it from the
How many days did he get banned for that? Off of Kick. How many days did Aiden Ross get banned off Kick for that?
That's not in my power, but I push for it all the.
Wait, what? If we care about anti-Semitism, and I know we do, we need to stay away from Bassem Youssef. Please don't give more ammunition by having a genuinely anti-Semitic person on stream. He parrots conspiracies about Jewish media control and the libel against Leo Frank. Wait, what? Really? Bassem Youssef is like a liberal, dude. I thought Bassem. What? I am completely unaware of this. If he's done stuff like that. I didn't personally like how much he was like joking around with Dan Bilzerian, who I do think is like an actual anti-Semite. But I don't think Bassem Youssef is. I'd be shocked. Yeah, I think like the shit that he does, the shit that he on Theo Von, he talked about Jews owning the media, and then on Twitter about Leo Frank stuff. Wait, what the fuck? I did not know this at all, chatter. Holy shit. He retweeted one thing that was bad. What is this? After a Leo Frank rant that recycled anti-Semitic tropes and sounded almost like Candace Owens, who's gone deep into the anti-Semitic territory. I hope that Mehdi Hassan is the tail remove Bassem Youssef from a list of affiliated contributors. What is this? Tomorrow marks 109 years since Leo Frank was lynched by a hate-filled mob in Georgia. Wait, what? Wait, I don't know. I don't know enough about this. I don't know. I have no idea what the fuck this is. Isn't this like the inception of the Leo Frank lynch mob story? Judge for yourself.
American media are running with the lies.
But a lot of American media is.
If you say that, that would be anti-Semitic. So I'm not gonna go there. All right?
Oh, is that anti-Semitic?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's playing a little close. He's playing a little fast and loose there for my taste. But I think he's just trying to be a comedian. But I do think this is.
They're telling me everything that I say now is anti-Semitic. But I'm saying that even the Jewish people in Israel telling you these are lies.
Well, my Jewish friends who. They say that the media is mostly run by Jewish folks. I don't think that's.
It is.
They told me that.
It is. All of the corporates.
This is, no, this is bullshit. I don't agree with this at all. I don't agree with Theo Von saying that. And I've heard Theo Von say this before, and I have criticized it as well. I think this is like super fucking old school. It's probably one of the most, like insidious forms of it too. And I think this, like, whether intentionally or unintentionally, doesn't matter, absolutely fucking leans into. Norm Finkelstein said this also. Yeah, well, Norm Finkelstein is literally a son of Holocaust survivors. And he is, a Jewish man. It's also my position on this has always been, one, Jews are not fucking monolithic, okay? Like, it doesn't matter. This is the idea that, like, there are Jewish people in fucking media, and that therefore this somehow feeds into, the pro-Israel position is so fucking ridiculous, especially because guess who I have on my fucking show all the time? Jews in media, okay? The fuck? Some of the most, like, aggressive anti-Zionists out there are the very same Jewish people that work in media that I have on my stream. It's ridiculous. I don't think that this is, like, appropriate. I don't agree with it. I don't like this at all. Maybe not give Ethan and D-Bag ammunition. No, I'm openly calling this shit out.
CEOs are, but that's a different. But I don't want to go into their intention. I'm just giving you a case that it
But
didn't
we can't
have.
say that though.
Well, according to a bill that was passed by the Congress 2 months ago, there's now an anti-Semitic bill that any criticism to Israel will be counted as anti-Semitic. Any criticism to Jewish people who might have a dual loyalty to Israel and America, if you attack them, that will be called anti-Semitic. If you talk about AIPAC controlling the elections and giving money, that's anti-Semitic. And it's like, wait a minute.
Yeah, this is way too fucking close to, like, it's way too close to the fucking it's just like he's talking about dual loyalty and shit. Like, this is not something that I've ever personally agreed with. I don't give it any fucking room to breathe whatsoever, and I think it's a very dangerous the Jews that occupy leadership positions in media have those jobs because they're right-wing capitalists, not because they're Jewish. Exactly. Let's bring back my favorite anti-Semite destroyer, okay? Vladimir Ilyich Lenin, who talks very famously about the enmity caused against Jews in Tsarist Russia. His speech is important to remember because it is prescient even now. It's something that I have brought forward many times over. All of this enmity is a simple distraction. It is hatred that those, which by the way, I did talk about at the Oxford Union speech as well. Enmity towards Jews is an old trick by those in positions of power even before capitalism existed, even before the Industrial Revolution. It is utilized as a simple mechanism of distraction, okay? Anti-Semitism means spreading enmity towards the Jews. When the accursed Tsarist monarchy was living its last days, it tried to incite ignorant workers and peasants against the Jews. The Tsarist police, in alliance with the landowners and the capitalists, organized pogroms against the Jews. The hate of the workers and the peasants. The landowners and capitalists tried to divert against the Jews. In other countries, too, we often see the capitalists fomenting hatred against the Jews in order to blind the workers, to divert their attention from the real enemy of the working people, capital. Hatred towards the Jews persists only in those countries where slavery to the landowners and capitalists created abysmal ignorance among the workers and the peasants. Only the most ignorant and downtrodden people can believe the lies and slander that are spread about the Jews. This is survival of ancient feudal times, when the priests burned heretics at the stake, when the peasants lived in slavery, and when the people were crushed and inarticulate. This ancient feudal ignorance is passing away. The eyes of the people are being opened. It is not the Jews who are enemies of the working people. The enemies of the working people are the capitalists of all countries. Among the Jews, there are working people and they form the majority. They are our brothers who, like us, are oppressed by capital. They are our comrades in the struggle for socialism. Among the Jews, there are kulaks, exploiters, and capitalists, just as there are among the Russians and among the people of all nations. The capitalists strive to sow and foment hatred between workers of different faiths, different nations, and different races. Those who do not work are kept in power by the power and strength of capital. Rich Jews, like rich Russians and the rich in all countries, are in alliance to oppress, crush, rob, and disunite the workers. Shame on accursed Tsarism, which tortured and persecuted the Jews. Shame on those who foment hatred towards the Jews, who foment hatred towards other nations. Long live the fraternal trust and fighting alliance of the workers of all nations in the struggle to overthrow capital. Vladimir Ilyich Lenin. There is perhaps no more concise and prescient statement on the unnecessary division that is very successfully created for people who must be united in one cause, that people who have the exact same class positions and the exact same struggles and the exact same wants and needs. It's simply one of the oldest forms of bigotry. And the reality of the matter is, it is a very successful method. I do not agree with it. I think it's untrue, first and foremost. I think that's the simplest way to put it, right? I don't agree when people say like, nah, you don't understand. This is how Jews are. It's like, no, they're not. There is no singular group that is monolithic, okay? It does not exist. That's not a real concept, okay? That is mystical thinking. That is idealistic thinking. That is good, bad dynamics. I do not traffic in these conspiracies, and I do not believe in these arguments, because that's not how human beings are. Okay? It is immaterial and unproductive, and created as a mechanism of distraction. And I think a lot of people fall into these fallacies because of their liberalism. Okay? Liberalism causes people to think in good, bad dynamics. Okay? Liberalism causes people to think in terms of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And when you think that way, you always have to find an enemy. Okay? Someone has to be doing things, pulling the strings, because you refuse to see that those who are openly pulling the strings in broad daylight and engaging in class collaboration are those in positions of power, the capital owners, a consortium, a network of capital owners who are in positions of power all around the globe, regardless of their background. And they do this because they've designed society in a way that suits the profit motive. They do this in a way to ensure that they still end up reinforcing the structures that bind us. Okay? Let's see what Noam Chomsky had to say about this.
A little bit different. One thing there's two questions. There's a number of questions to ask about the book, I'm sure.
Lenin died 25 before Israel. We live in a different world today. It don't matter. If you think Lenin's analysis in that regard is not applicable, when in fact the time when he was alive was infinitely more susceptible to anti-Semitic ways of thinking. He's talking about World War I with respect to capital owners causing division amongst nations. So even if you were to talk about this from the framework of Israel alone, right? Lenin would understand that there are workers who are also united in their class struggle against capitalists, even in a nation state such as Israel. Anyway, Leo Frank was a Jewish man who was lynched because he was wrongfully convicted for the murder of teenager Mary Fagan. Jury believed the black man's testimony to Jim Conley over Frank's. A witness averred on his deathbed that he saw Jim Conley kill Fagan. Leo Frank is used as a dog whistle for Jewish people doing crimes of pedophilia and killing children, saying Frank is guilty today. He's literally just dog whistling. Yeah, I didn't know that. Sorry. I mean, I don't know the full details of the Leo Frank story. I know that it was like the pivotal reason why the ADL began.
One thing has to do with the quality of their claims. The other is about its reception. And notice that I think it is well received. And I think the reason is it exculpates the U.S. government. It says, look, we're fine. But what can we do? There's this powerful Jewish lobby that's controlling us. So we'd be delighted to be benevolent and,
Dude, banger. Straight up. It abdicates responsibility away from America, American capitalists, the American State Department. It's such a comfortable little narrative. And it is no different. It's a dual narrative that exists when Americans also look at the situation in Israel and go, well, they say they're doing this for Jews, right? And think, okay, maybe fucking this has something to do with Judaism. Like they're saying they're doing this for Judaism, right? When in fact, American Jews have very different opinions and a very different relationship with Israel from one another. They are not in agreement with one another on their relationship with Israel and how it must exist or how it should exist. And this is before we even factor in the very desperate and very deliberate social conditioning that exists and how Zionism has basically reformed itself as a new national religion for a lot of Reform Jews in America, okay, in their upbringing, in their development. Having said that, however, we always forget to mention something truly important in this process, which is Christian Zionism. Christian Zionism historically has predated Jewish Zionism. Blows my mind that people just simply don't understand this. Like, it was actually Jews in the UK that openly criticized the Balfour Declaration. Lord Balfour was not exactly a fan of Jews. He was, however, a Christian Zionist. We never consider CUFI, Christians United for Israel, and its importance in this subject. We never consider that there are 10 times more rabid evangelical Christian Zionists in this country than there are Jews in total. Anti-Zionists, Zionists, it doesn't matter. The number of Christian Zionists in this country who believe in a Armageddon theological justification for why Israel must exist in the ways that it does as a ethno-state for the chosen sons of God numbers 10 times more than the number of Jews who, all Jews in general, anti-Zionist Jews, pro-Zionist Jews, ultra-Zionist Jews alike. Yeah, Zionism started with Balfour, clueless. No. Do you think that I am unfamiliar with the inception of Zionism? Do you think I don't know who fucking Theodor Herzl is? Are you stupid? I'm just saying that Theodor Herzl, despite being secular himself, had to make as many different arguments as he possibly could to justify this to an audience of global Jewish community, to an audience of Jews who did not like the argument at all originally. Edwin Montague was the only Jewish minister at the time who was very critical of the the Balfour Declaration. He barely justified it. He called it straight up settler colonialism. No, that's a justification, chatter. It was a different time. That was him selling it to other colonialists to say, we will aid in your effort of controlling this region. That is a justification. We just look back at it now. That's the reason why the early JNF, like Jewish National Funds and whatnot, were openly considered colonial funds. Like they knew that what they were doing was settler colonialism, and that's how they were trying to present it to non-Jews who were also involved in this process, who also were like, no, this is great. Theodor Herzl originally went to the Ottoman Empire and was like, give me Palestine. The Ottoman Empire was like, no, no thanks. Yeah. Herzl famously rode the Cecil Rhodes. You are being invited to help make history, Herzl rode the roads. It doesn't involve Africa, but a piece of Asia Minor, not Englishmen, but Jews. How then do I happen to turn to you, since this is an out-of-the-way matter for you? How indeed? Because it is something colonial. You, Mr. Rhodes, are a visionary politician or a practical visionary. I want you to put the stamp of your authority on the Zionist plan and to make the following declaration to a few people who swear by you. I, Rhodes, have examined this plan and found it correct and practicable. It is a plan full of culture, excellent for the group of people for whom it is directly designed, and quite good for England, for Greater Britain. This man was only invested in the development of a Jewish ethno-state. Okay, Theodor Herzl. There were, he was far from the most aggressive at the time. I would say Jabotinsky was far worse in his commentary and his rhetoric and his open declarations and allegiances with fascism. But Theodore Herzl, seen as the, godfather of Israel, did not really care. He had one mind. He had one mindset. He would go and make a religious justification to religious Jews. He would go and make a secular justification to secular Jews. He would go and make a colonialist justification to colonialist non-Jews. It didn't matter. Do you understand? It was more so just, I really want this. I really want this bad. But let's get back to Noam Chomsky. Yeah, even a socialist justification. That's the other part. Labor Zionism. Yeah, see? This is what I was talking about. Thank you, Time Without an OO, for coming in hot. I mean, the biggest funds after Weitz's JNF, Jewish National Fund, were literally called PICA and JCA, the Palestine Colonialization Association, Jewish Colonization Association. It wasn't really hidden. Why wasn't it really hidden? Because back then, this was a way to say, no, this is good. We're doing settler colonialism. They didn't have that same fucking mindset. Funnily enough, PICA was a Rothschild project. Like they didn't look at this term in the same woke ways that we now understand colonialism as a bad thing, okay? It was a good thing being presented. Victims of colonialism were even less, it had even less voice. They barely have a voice now. There was a positive association with the term, a negative one. Anyway, let's continue.
Helping people are natural instincts, but we're trapped by the Jewish lobby. Well, that's a pretty good reason, I think, why it is accepted. Yeah. The second question is about the thesis. I mean, can it really be that a small ethnic lobby controls U.S. policy? I mean, if anybody believes that thesis, there's a tactical suggestion that follows immediately. Put on your tie and jacket, go to the executive offices of Lockheed Martin, General Electric, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan Chase, and explain to them that your interests are being harmed by a little lobby which you can put out of business in 5 minutes. Okay, that's the tactical suggestion that follows. Does anybody pursue it? No, because it's absurd. I mean, the claim, this is actually an interesting, Mearsheimer and Wald are very good scholars. We're called realist IR scholars. According to realist scholarship, states pursue what is called the national interest, which is primarily security. It's an anarchic world, and states try to preserve their own security, well-being of their own populations, and the national interest. There's a lot of questions that are open there. First of all, what is the national interest? I mean, is the national interest of the CEO of General Electric the same as the interest of the janitor who cleans his floors? No, their interests are quite different. So what's the national interest?
Where to start?
Well, in practice, it turns out that the interests of state power and concentrated economic power. Take a look at the formation of policy. That's what it defends. Is the national interest in that sense harmed by U.S. policy towards Israel? Well, pretty hard to argue that.
This is why I always say, and I said this in my Oxford speech as well, saying Israel has anything to do with Judaism is like saying ISIS has anything to do with Islam. Okay? ISIS is true Islam, Israel is true Judaism. These are both silly attitudes. These are wrong. Okay? Its base is just a fundamentally incorrect position. And it also revolves around the notion that these people have a monolithic understanding and a monolithic approach, okay? That all Jews believe this or all Muslims believe this. It's wrong. And another thing that I regularly mention that I brought up in my Oxford speech as well, which is that if all Americans tomorrow became card-carrying anti-Zionists, every single American Jew tomorrow became a card-carrying anti-Zionist, it would not change America's dynamic with Israel even a little bit. Okay? It would probably make way for even more support and even more protests in general. But I promise you, the American state would still support Israel. Okay? And there is truth to this reality, as I've often talked about as well. J Street did a poll on American Jews, finding that 70% of American Jews believe in refusing offensive weapons to Israel, denying weapon shipments to Israel in an effort to get them to agree to the ceasefire conditions. 70%. Has that changed Biden's calculation? Since that fucking poll came out, Biden gave another $600 million to Israel. He hugged and kissed Israel Herzog, the president of Israel. Or is his name Israel Herzog? Sorry. Is it, what was it? It is, right? Or am I fucking up his name? I forget. What's the name of the president of Israel? Isaac Herzog, not Israel Herzog. Sorry. Thank you. He hugged and kissed him. Okay? Tim Apple. A Tim Apple moment. And you know, this is important for people to comprehend, I think. At its most basic, simple truth, it's just a falsehood. And I'm never going to fucking tell you a lie. I'm never going to tell you something I don't believe. It's not like, oh, I'm secretly ashamed of like the real truths about anti-Semitism. That's like what anti-Semites always act like. The criticism of Israel must be anti-Semitic in nature. It has to be, right? And that people who criticize Israel are actually secretly anti-Semitic themselves, but are hiding the truth because they're scared, because they don't want people to see the reality. They, they don't want to get canceled or whatever, right? And that's just not the truth. I just don't believe it. And I think it's ridiculous, you know? I think it's fucking ridiculous. The Boston Music clip was clip chimped if you were interested. Yeah, well, I'll look more into it.
You have a responsibility to make a distinction between your opposition to that state and your opposition to that individual person, just like you have a responsibility, no matter how you feel about the People's Republic of China, not to take out your animosity towards the People's Republic of China on a Chinese American person. But the problem, it seems to me, that we have in fighting against people who conflate Israel and Jews and therefore take out their anger against Israel on Jews is that we're trying to ask them to make a distinction between Israel as a state and Jews as a group of people. But the organized American Jewish community is not making that distinction ourselves so often, right? So you find that the Jewish organizations are often saying something along the lines of that being a Zionist or supporting Israel is inherent in being Jewish, right? First of all, just that statement really doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't. And not only does it not make sense, this is Peter Beinart, by the way, who also had his own very public evolution in broad daylight, going from a liberal Zionist to an anti-Zionist over the years. And I think he's a very valuable voice in this. But he's now going to basically spell out exactly what I've been saying over and over again, that Israel associating itself with Judaism and using it cynically as a fucking shield whenever there's like worthy criticism against Israel is unironically making people more anti-Semitic. I guess, like, as a Muslim living in the United States of America whose name is Hassan, regardless of how white I am, I recognize how dangerous of a prospect this is because of the ways that the understanding of Islam has been bastardized. The understanding of Islam has been falsely presented as ISIS. All Muslims are jihadists. All Muslims are religious fundamentalists. Like, I know what that's like when an entire group of people are cast with this violent brush. So seeing Israel do it to itself is strange. And I think it's short-sighted. I think Israel doing this as a cynical mechanism, like a cynical shield to deploy, is so short-sighted because this dangerous conflation causes people to be more anti-Semitic. What are these guys? What is the goal here? Like, you keep spamming the fucking silly ass Israeli flag in the chat. Like, what? Okay, sick. Is it to say like, oh, Hassan is banning the Israeli flag in his chat in a conversation about how dangerous it is to conflate anti-Semitism and anti-Zionism, or how dangerous it is to conflate Israel's actions with Judaism? Is that what it is? Oh, you got it, man. And then you got banned. Oh, how anti-Semitic is Hassan's chat? Oh my God, so brave.
Right? Because Judaism existed for a long time before Zionism existed, and there have always been significant numbers of Jews, right, for a variety of reasons, who opposed political Zionism in the state of Israel, right? So, but it's also just very dangerous because you are making exactly the conflation, right, that we want people who oppose Israel and Zionism not to make, right? And so when the chief rabbi of Israel, of the United Kingdom, said a few years ago, he said that Zionism leaps from every page of the Siddur, of the Jewish prayer book, right? Again, it's a very strange statement given that we've had prayer books since long, long before, Herzl and Pinsker came along in the late 19th century. But then why shouldn't someone write Free Palestine on a Jewish prayer book? You've basically just said it's the equivalent of a political pamphlet for the state of Israel, right? And that's a very, very dangerous thing to do.
Yeah. Like utilizing synagogues and Jewish community centers at the behest of the Zionist project, where you sell West Bank properties that the Israeli state has illegally occupied after purging the indigenous population from those homes, and then utilizing the mechanisms, the dangerous and violent mechanisms of the state to overtake those and the ancestral homelands of the indigenous Palestinian population, and then selling those houses illegally in direct contravention with international law and the local laws of whichever state that they're doing this in, is a very, very dangerous prospect. You are smearing Western Jews with this fascist brush. Scary stuff. It's ridiculous. Using places of faith like that is so gross. So fucking gross. So you want us to believe that a Jewish ethno-state has nothing to do with Judaism and believe that a shadowy rich cult controls everything because they believe Armageddon will happen soon? First of all, if you think that America's allegiances with Israel are simply because of the right-wing, reactionary, evangelical Christian Zionist movement in this country, you are delusional. That is also immaterial, okay? That is anti-materialist thinking. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm simply stating is, I don't know where you live, chatter. Perhaps you live in the United States of America. Another thing that I mentioned in my Cambridge and Oxford Union speeches was, we have demographic concerns too here in the United States of America. Some politicians very openly mention the demographic concerns that we have. It's called Christian nationalism, and it's been growing, especially in recent years. Now, as a United States of America citizen, whether you are of the Christian faith or not, if you understand that as psychotic fascist politicians here, why can you not make this distinction for Jews, both in Israel and also all around the world? That's it. Nazism is not inherent to the German mentality. Zionism is not inherent. You're not born a Zionist. It's learned behavior, like fascist ideologies of every other sort. That is my analysis on the situation. Okay? You are programmed into believing this. It's learned behavior, just like every other bigotry. You've literally said America supports Israel because the evangelicals do? No, you misunderstood what I said. I said America supports Israel because it is in our material interest. It is in the interest of American capitalists to have a unsinkable aircraft carrier in a resource-rich region, okay? That is the reason. I'm simply stating that there are more Christian Zionists in this country than there are Jews overall. So even if all Jews in the United States of America were anti-Zionist, our analysis, the American government's analysis wouldn't change. Even if everyone was anti-Zionist, the analysis would not change. But outside of that, the reason why I talk about the evangelical Christian Zionism movement in this country is because they have genuine outsized political power, so much so that they can make the Republican Party, by way of the Federalist Society, undermine the democratic wishes of Americans. We saw this with abortion. So I think it's a way to shift the responsibility away. Whenever people say, nah, it's Jews, it's the Jews, over and over again. It's not to say, no, it's not the Jews, it's actually right-wing evangelical Christians. That would also be anti-materialist thinking. I do not agree with that at all. But on top of the notion, I'm saying it's doubly wrong to just assume that this is a Jewish thing. Okay? And when you start thinking like that, in my opinion, you are serving a dual purpose. On the one hand, you're reaffirming the position that the Israeli government wants. The Israeli government wants every single person to think Israel is a Jewish project. It's a Jewish ethno-state. It must exist. And the other purpose you serve is to reinstill the nascent, underlying, unexamined anti-Semitism that already exists. Zionists in Israel want this. That's precisely the reason why Benjamin Netanyahu will regularly collaborate with openly anti-Semitic people, openly anti-Semitic governors, including but not limited to the guy in Romania that's pro-Putin, and also literally a defender of the people that carried out the Holocaust. Why did Benjamin Netanyahu have a wonderful conversation with him in the first round of the elections? I'll tell you why. Just like the same in Hungary, where Benjamin Netanyahu linked up with Viktor Orban's anti-Semitic propaganda minister. Okay, his campaign, I think it was his campaign manager. Viktor Orban ran on anti-Semitic memes, okay, in Hungary. Why, one must ask, why is Benjamin Netanyahu so comfortable with anti-Semitic fascists? Well, one, because he's a fascist and also anti-Semitic. But two, anti-Semitism in the West benefits Israel. Anti-Semitism growing in the West plays into the interests of Israel. If Jews feel less safe in the West, then they'll want to defend Israel's ethno-state project, touching on the centuries of domination, pogroms, and the Holocaust, and the real pain that exists in Jewish history, and packaging that up again and saying, see, it's growing. It's growing in the West. That's why you have to either support Israel and fight at the behest of Israel and engage in propaganda war if you're not going to actually come to Israel and live there. But ultimately, you have to live in Israel. This is another reason why I always say the greatest threat to Israel is not Iran. It's not the mullahs. It's not the Ayatollah. It's not Hezbollah. It's not the Ansar Allah movement. The greatest threat to Israel is Sherman Oaks. The greatest threat to Israel is Boca Raton. The greatest threat to Israel is Brooklyn, New York. Because if people do not feel insecure living in the Western world, and they shouldn't, our Jewish brothers and sisters should not feel insecure living in the United States of America. Okay? Lamau, come on, man. It's 100% true. This is 100% true. This is why I despise when Joe Biden said that no Jew would be safe in the United States of America or anywhere around the world if Israel didn't exist. To me, that's an abdication of your responsibility as the president of the United States of America, a country that has almost the same number of Jews, Jewish Americans, living in it as Israel. It's a ridiculous statement to say. The fuck do you mean? No Jew would be safe. Is that a threat? What are you talking about? It's a lie. It's a silly lie. It's a silly lie that serves the propaganda purposes of the state of Israel, beefing up the state of Israel. How can you separate Israel from Judaism as a Palestinian? All I see is Jewish ethno-state promoting Israel as the safest place for Jews, ethnically cleansing people to bring in Jewish settlers, annexing Jerusalem and West Bank to control the alleged Jewish temple, a government using the Torah to justify their genocide. How can anyone separate that from one another? Yes. I mean, I understand why Palestinians and people that live in the region develop this attitude. Norm Finkelstein talked about this with the Ansar Allah movement. The Ansar Allah movement on its banner has a statement that says, curse the Jews. Okay? It's completely unacceptable. It's ridiculous, right? It's violent. Violently anti-Semitic. But what does Norm say? In the eyes of everyone in the region, since 1948, this has always been, like, Jewishness has always been falsely associated with the state of Israel. And people understandably see it as a violent, expansionist, settler colonial state. So that is the association, the false association that they make. Just because victims, like the Palestinians, make that said false association doesn't mean it is correct. That's it. It's that simple. If you're Palestinian, especially if you're of a Muslim background, you hear these false associations made about Muslims in the Western world with ISIS. Do you agree with those false associations? The only difference in this situation is that anti-Semitism is institutionally protected, right? People, it's not considered appropriate institutionally, right? Whereas Islamophobia serves the interests of the American State Department and the war on terror. So on the one hand, both are false smears, but one actually is seen as a weapon to wield against the entire Muslim population around the globe. The other is seen as a shield to defend the interests of the Israeli state. But they're still untrue. Do you see what I'm saying? The only difference, however, is that both of these are real bigotries. One is seen as a bigotry. The other one is not. Unfortunate reality is that many people do not see Islamophobia as a real bigotry. They see it as like real criticisms of what they perceive is the entirety of the ummah, Okay. Are you going to cover the Oxford Union address other than yours? I saw a couple really good ones on the topic. Yeah. Maybe. Anyway, let's start with Syria. Syrian rebel forces have seized Damascus as the Assad regime topples. Now, this is a really interesting and, dare I say, complex situation. The morality of Assad is not complex. Assad is a brutal tyrant and also, you know, a dog shit statesman in general. Can't speak for his, acumen in eye surgery. But as far as the rulership over Syria goes, not a good guy. Okay? This is something that I've talked about, especially as of late, quite a bit. Having said that, however, I analyze it in a way that is not dissimilar in many respects to Saddam Hussein, because there are plenty of people. Syria is a very diverse country. There are plenty of people who have been destroyed by the brutality of the Assad regime. This much is true. But the destabilization of Syria still, at the end of the day, benefits the United States of America. Okay? And we will talk in depth about all the parties involved today. I have already covered it. I have given you a little briefer, but it's a situation where it's literally like neither side is good, with the exception, I guess, of the Kurdish groups in the region. But even the Kurdish groups that are good in the region are still directly funded and trained by America. So even good groups can still be used as a weapon by the American State Department. But let's get started.
In his dynastic heartland and putative holdout on the Mediterranean coast, where they ride a statue of his father through the streets. In Hama, seized in the Assad era, or Thursday, where a reporter sheds his protective vest to embody the emergence of a new Syria. Perhaps the most instructive place to look is here, in the former regime's darkest corner, corridors of Saidnaya prison, north of Damascus, where they killed so many thousands, they built a crematorium outside. A young child comes into view. Look at that boy, poor thing, they say. These women at the heart of a brutal...
Anyone who thinks Syria is free now is delusional. Israel's already invaded and bombed parts of southern Syria, the Greater Israel Project. Don't worry, we'll talk about it. I'm gonna get
industrial oppression, being freed, being told to say God is great, not to worry about possessions, about ID cards, about where to go and how. Another prison, the same story. He says, there's no state anymore, sister. Damn the state, it's fallen. Come down, come on. Russia's foreign ministry left to confirm that Assad was now out of the country, having left instructions to transfer power peacefully. Assad's prime minister saying he will stay in Syria to hand over government functions to a transitional administration. Now real power rests with this man, Abu Muhammad al-Jalani, leader of the Islamist HTS forces, listed as terrorists by many countries, that spearheaded the regime's collapse. For days...
he got a copy of... listen, he got a copy of Why Nations Fail from Acemoglu, the Turkish MIT guy, and he got woke. He read one copy of Why Nations Fail, and he was like, we got to protect these institutions.
He's been talking in terms of moderation, of safeguards for minorities. Inside Damascus's Umayyad Mosque, a message of victory for Sunni Islam.
This is a new victory, my brothers, for the entire Islamic nation. Victory, my brothers, marks a new chapter in the region's history. We have avoided the dangers of leaving Syria.
Overall, is this a positive or negative? I'm gonna keep it $150 with you. Okay, it is a very weird situation, and I don't think it will overall be positive. We'll see. But because Assad is so fucking bad, like, there are a shit ton of people, especially of Sunni background, that are going to be celebrating this, understandably. Okay, there are no. I'll go so far as to say there are no clear winners in this, especially for the Syrian population, other than Recep Tayyip Erdogan. Okay, and it's really interesting to think about, because a lot of people falsely have said I am a neo-Ottomanist Turkish feudal warlord that wants to restore the glory of the Ottoman Caliphate. And if that was the case, then this would be the #1 moment where I'm literally aligned with American State Department interests, and I could just freely talk about how incredible Erdogan is as a statesman. Okay? Because guess what? He did the damn thing. He did. In terms of realpolitik, Recep Tayyip Erdogan came out as the #1 winner of this equation, more so than even Israel. Do you understand? Like, he's had a genuinely growing and very volatile anti-Syrian, anti-refugee movement in his country. He basically gets to send a lot of, well, not even send the Syrians back. They voluntarily will go back to their homes. There are millions of Syrians living inside of Turkey, which has created a lot of anger and animosity against the Syrians in the country. He now also gets to have a major say in what happens in this, border nation. There has always been a lot of back and forth between Erdogan and Assad. If Syrians have voluntarily returned to their homes, how is it a bad thing? Oh, no, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I think it's, look, no one should be forced out of their homes by a brutal regime, okay? That's why I'm saying that just like every other real movement during the Arab Spring, the Syrian revolutionary forces did not start at an incorrect starting point. There was a very valid reason for people to rise up against the Assad regime. But, as is the case globally, very quickly, I think other regional operatives, whether it be Russia that came to defend Syria, whether it be Iran that came to defend the Syrian regime, or whether it be America and America's obviously #1 ally in the region, Turkey, and also Israel, that took advantage of the instability and used it to shove their own actors into the equation to suit their own interests. It will, however, never not be funny to me, someone growing up in the United States of America now for the past 10 years, to see a former Al-Qaeda leader get this much positive coverage. In my opinion, this is so close to the Afghan Civil War, like in the ways that the American State Department operated there, and the valid reasons as to why many Muslims in Afghanistan were understandably against the USSR-aligned Afghan government at the time. It is damn near identical. And I think we know what happened in the aftermath of arming and offering logistical support to the brave Mujahideen. It is wild to me that we are once again doing the exact same thing. Now, I have no good solutions to this. I don't. I do not know what the best pathway forward for Syria is. But the only thing I will say is that it is understandable that the Syrians that were victim to the brutalities of the Assad regime are celebrating. Having said that, those who have quote unquote liberated Syria from the throes of Assad's brutal regime are unfortunately not great either. Türkiye is the difference here. Her şey Amerikan gücü dahilinde değil. Kardeşim, NATO ülkesi. Yapma etme. Allah Allah. Anyway, are you also very concerned about Turkey taking its influence over the victorious rebel factions and turning them against the Kurds? I think either it's going to be a Balkanization that is still pieced up by the Western forces. Israel will also have a say. I don't suspect Turkey like just straightforwardly pummeling the Kurdish groups in the region. And if they do, that will still be at the behest of America. We shall see.
Syria as a playground for Iranian ambitions, spreading sectarianism and corruption.
Assad family's home, the vast presidential palace, now a site for a sort of revolutionary tourism, an opportunity to reclaim some of the regime's ill-gotten gains.
Victory to Syria. Syria remains and Assad is in hell, in the dustbin of history.
But for millions of Syria's displaced, it's their own homes they're desperate to reclaim. So often these roads have been clogged with those fleeing to safety. Now the polarity has been reversed. Hope embodied in a traffic jam. But still plenty of space for fear of what's to follow. Already there's been fighting between rival rebel groups in the north, the Turkish-backed Syrian National Army taking the town of Manbij from the US-backed.
Remember when they were saying to me in the chat, like, oh, the Turkish-backed Syrian National Army, like, they're not, you're wrong. Turkey is not a player in this. Like, come on, dog. It's about to get, in my opinion, it's about to get more fucked somehow. I'm a Syrian Christian, just hoping whatever it is next for the country, my people won't be persecuted, to be honest. Yeah. See, that's the other side of this. The other side of this is also that, first of all, let me just say one thing. I think that Russia is so busy in Ukraine that they could not offer any sort of material support to Syria, but I don't even know if they wanted to. I think that, I suspect that Putin wanted Erdogan to make inroads with the Assad regime, and Assad refused. Partially because they don't suspect Erdogan to be anything but a person who is operating at the behest of Western interests. But virtually every other group in the region that could offer some kind of support, virtually every other group in the region that could offer any support, like Hezbollah, for example, has been destabilized and is now more focused on rebuilding Lebanon after Israel pummeled southern Lebanon. And all of the axis of resistance against Israel in the region is licking their wounds and trying to reconstruct. And Iran is spread too thin. This created an opportunity for all of the cells that are anti-Assad, that range from secular forces, ethnic Kurdish militias, Marxist-Leninist forces, all the way to the Salafists, former Al-Qaeda and former ISIS operatives, and Turkish-backed Salafists to take advantage of this opportunity and seemingly fucking take over Syria in a matter of a week. That is precisely what happened here. And I am fearful of what will happen to the many different ethnic minorities, ranging from Kurdish people to the Shia population, to the Christians, especially under, the Assyrians, especially under the rulership of, straight up Al-Qaeda. Like, these guys are former Al-Qaeda leaders. And if you listen to what they have to say, even the Salafists that are under the training of the Turkish government, like, make no mistake, like, some of the stuff that they're talking about is still very much global jihad. So it's a terrifying prospect. So I don't know what will happen. I hope that, stop being overdramatic, chatter. It's impossible not to see random people being released from prison and the celebration that creates, the celebration that invokes. Okay, it's a good thing objectively. I am not of the mindset that, like, every single person that was imprisoned by the Assad government was a fucking ISIS terrorist or whatever. Okay, that's ridiculous. There are so many people who were falsely imprisoned. Having said that, however, the very fact that the major forces here, like major players in the coalition, being former Al-Qaeda leadership, I think it's understandable for me to demonstrate some level of concern, especially for all of the non-Sunni Syrian populations and even the Sunni Syrian populations, as a matter of fact. There is a reason why Hamas originally was in favor of toppling the Assad government, despite the fact that they literally operated in the way that they operate out of Doha right now. They used to operate out of Damascus, okay? Because there was a valid reason for the uprising against Assad. But if you are to expect me to sit here and be like, this is going to be fantastic for Syrians because the major coalition head, who was a former Al-Qaeda guy, is now saying, oh, that was just a phase. When we were like decapitating Christians, when we were beheading Christians, that was just a phase for me. I'm good with that. When I said global jihad and, rising up in arms against the Christian heretics, like, that was just a phase. I'm good now. It's hard for me to believe that. And this is before we even get to Israel in the equation as well. While the Assad regime is not exactly pro-Palestine and hasn't been for quite a while, okay? Syria provided a logistical hub for the axis of resistance in the region. And it was a shaky allegiance that they had, specifically with the Iranian government. But it was still a logistical hub nonetheless. A logistical hub for Hezbollah and a logistical hub for, Iran in general. The Kurdish movement said they're ready to open discussions with all the forces. You are a little bit underestimating the capacity of Syrian people to organize. HTS are less radical than before, even from 2018, and not only after U.S. backup. They did that to get international sympathy, or only after Assad order, and they got that. Did you see the Saydana prison? Yeah, I'm gonna cover the Saydana prison as well. That part is really fucking insane. Saydana prison apparently has, it's like a fresh hell. They have, that's the one with the multiple floors that are impossible to reach at this point, right? Look, I question anyone that says like HTS is reformed. I don't think it's only time will tell. I am very skeptical. We shall see. Having said that, however, yeah, there are literally multiple basement floors of the prison, inside of the prison complex, that are impossible to open up unless you have someone from the Assad regime. Syria, mind-blowing figure circulating about the Saydnaya prison in Damascus. The complex was believed to have up to 20,000 detainees, but the red building itself, photo, is said to have more than double. Some levels still haven't been reached. There are several floors under the Saydnaya prison which couldn't be reached so far due to the special unique security mechanisms. This is the red building. It's the section dedicated to civilians arrested by Assad's regime since 2011. There are motherfuckers who left the prison who thought that the former Assad was still in charge. Like, they just don't know what the fuck is going on. After over 10 hours of work, the doors of the red prison of Saydnaya are finally broken. New waves of detainees are being liberated. The man filming, looking for his family while documenting this. How could we believe this is happening? Yeah, there were prisoners who have been in there for so long, they thought they were being liberated by Saddam's army. Like, it's insane. I think it's important to note that the Turkish HTS is different from the Syrian Free Army, which captured Damascus. The latter is directly funded by America, whereas the former is indirectly through Turkey. Bottom line is they are distinct groups, and history suggests infighting may occur when there's a vacuum, so I don't think this spells the end of the Civil War. Yeah, I don't think so either. Like, rarely ever do you have, so much sectarian infighting amongst groups that are also directly being funded on either directly or indirectly through a regional ally like Turkey, still funded by, the American State Department. Chaotic images from the infamous Saydnaya prison with people advancing layer by layer to free the prisoners. Like, it's crazy. 8 years ago, Amnesty reported that prisoners were being left without food for days, sometimes even weeks. People are tortured and beaten for hours without breaks, sometimes every single day. Many die and are left to rot in crowded cells, while others are alive with diseases spreading. I think there's like a child that was born in the prison or some shit too. It was like fucking insane. I mean, I don't know. This is like, some of it is fog of war stuff. But I mean, it is a fresh hell for sure. And it's impossible not to, look at these images and think, this is a bad thing. It is a good thing. Out, you're free. Out. Bashar al-Assad has fallen. I need my ID. You don't need ID. The checkpoints are gone. I'm from Homs. He's liberated too. Then on men's level, what about the women? The women are out. Don't worry. The son of a bitch is gone. Yeah. I mean, not to fucking, not to lighten the mood at all, and make this silly, but yeah, it is like impelled down. I mean, it's a fresh hell, literally. Look at what Sina Tusi had to say about this. But yeah, I am not an Assadist, and all memes aside about talking about the fucking line of Damascus or whatever. It's silly shit that people. I think being an Assadist is like being someone who's pro-Putin, where it's just campish shit overall. Having said that, however, I am still very skeptical over what will happen in Syria, because it's not like I'm pro-America or pro-Turkey either in the region. And I fear that the Syrian people will still continue to suffer, and there will most likely still be a lot of ethnic strife and a lot of infighting.
And Kurdish-led Syrian Democratic Forces. And while Kurds further east celebrate stunning gains over Assad and Iranian-backed forces, fears here about the potential for ISIS to gain ground.
We will also continue to maintain our presence in eastern Syria, which is solely to ensure the enduring defeat of ISIS and has nothing to do with other aspects of this conflict.
And rebel forces have entered Tartus, home to one of Russia's 2 Syrian naval bases. What now for Moscow's foothold on the Mediterranean? What now for the many regime loyalists here fearing reprisals? From the occupied Golan Heights, Israel's prime minister claiming credit for events in Syria. The result, he says, of blows dealt to Hezbollah and Iran. Israel sending forces.
Reddit has gone full pro HTS because of Putin is wild to see, man. Yeah, it's especially wild to see because like guys that like HTS represents exactly the type of dudes that the average American thinks is like, you know, the jihadists, like all Muslims are like that. HTS is, you know, originally a global jihad organization, or at least like, you know, the guy is fucking Al-Qaeda. I don't know what else to say. Like, it's just, it's so crazy when they like, when they point to Hamas, like Reddit points to Hamas and says like, these are Salafist jihadists, like these are scary guys. And then when there are people who literally have done the, you know, beheadings of Christian people and shit like that, all of a sudden they're like, no, we're with those guys because everybody told us that those guys are good. It's kind of wild how big of a demonstration of the power of manufactured consent is in this story. He was in every Islamist group on earth. What Al-Jilani has done to what Al-Jilani has to do for you to be more charitable to him, brother, I'm sorry. There is not, I don't think there's anything he can do. Just step aside, you know? Like they fucking wokeified Al-Qaeda, dude, in real time. It's like, this is it for me. Especially as listen, for me, there's a couple things where it's like, if you got this in your resume, it's virtually impossible for me to ever think that you are going to be a good guy. Okay? Like if you're the emir of the Al-Nusra Front, okay? Like if you got this in your resume, former Al-Qaeda, Al-Qaeda in Iraq, Mujahideen Shura Council, Islamic State of Iraq, the Al-Nusra Front. Like what a goddamn resume. I mean, this guy is on the terror watch list for America since like in perpetuity. All he had to do was take the fucking headdress off, take a shower, trim the beard a little bit, and put the goddamn fatigues on for everybody to be like, nah, he's woke now. Like, yeah, this guy was in the terrorist groups like it was collecting infinity stones. You know? It's crazy. It's so funny chatters in here being like, yo, give him a chance. One must ask the question why I have this attitude towards a very different attitude that I demonstrate towards Hamas as I do towards this guy. And no, it's not because I'm like, fuck America unconditionally. I understand how violent and ruthless the Assad regime was. Okay, I get it. I get why people would be like, yeah, this guy is our salvation. Okay, especially if you're Sunni, like if you're being oppressed. It's just, you know, it's hard, man. It's hard for me to trust the dude who has spent most of his fucking career in ISIS adjacent groups. Yeah, they put him through the Zelensky beam. All of a sudden he's wearing fatigues. He's like clean cut, talking about how he's reading Why Nations Fail and shit. And I'm supposed to be like, yeah, no, this guy is good now. I mean, that's crazy. And I know Charles Lister likes or is like talked about them a lot. And I like Charles Lister's commentary on other stuff. But on this issue, I feel like I'm a little bit more skeptical than he is. You know what I mean? Yeah, they Zelenskified him. Like, yeah, he's reading Settlers of Catan. Or not Settlers of Catan. Oh, yeah. All right, let's continue with this video.
Into the UN buffer zone. Syrians know all too well the perils of this moment, but across the country, they're choosing to focus on its
he's reading the board game Settlers of Catan by Jay Sakai.
Potential. Nowhere more so than here in Damascus.
Funny how you trust Wikipedia. Oh, my Lord. No, it is way too complex for you to... Wait, what? I'm sorry that I'm covering the fucking... Yeah, it is over your head. Okay, come in and say hi. There's some historical irony in the IDF. Entrance into Quneitra. The old city of Quneitra is a thriving cosmopolitan city. Capital of Golan was occupied in 1967 and immediately cleansed. Jumped to 1974's disengagement between Golda and Hafez. And Quneitra was set to return to Syria. What does Israel do? Destroy the city. Blow everything up. Gone. Arab papers called it the Hiroshima of the Middle East. Old Quneitra remains empty to this day. Here we are 50 years later.
I can't believe you would, as a Syrian...
Oh, yeah, guys, Austin has revealed himself as a Syrian.
No, basically, my family comes from the part of Lebanon that was Syria.
This motherfucker just wants to be
I'm just
everything.
fucking with you. I'm Lebanese, but they come from the part of Lebanon that was Syria, but it became Lebanon. Anyway, I'm just saying hi and bye. I'm gonna leave because I thought we were gonna do a Sunday fun day, but evidently not.
I mean, we could do the.
I mean, I won't even.
How long are you here?
Like, I'm not gonna be here for that long. It's all good. No, hey, you know what? It's fine. I'll be back next weekend.
You son of a bitch.
I mean, look, no, I don't want to disrupt your flow. This is obviously something that everybody wants to.
What I was gonna say is, like, if you want to wait a little bit, we can get back to fit review.
Wait, you were doing fit reviews?
I didn't do it. I'm saying I will though.
No, I have to go like in 30 minutes anyway, so I'm just gonna go now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just popped in. Hey, you know what? It's okay. Sometimes it doesn't work out, and that's okay. I'm going with the flow. I'm off my Prilosec.
You're such a ridiculous
All right.
person.
We'll see you next weekend.
All right.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.
Okay. Always a tease. Yeah. I'm not gonna kiss him goodbye.
Damascus, and a young couple experiencing the revolutionary version of a shotgun wedding.
It's the most beautiful moment of our lives, and because we won't experience this joy twice, I decided my wedding would be today, on 8/12/2024, a date we'll remember. It's an unforgettable day we'll teach our...
Okay, this is like totally random and not the main point, but I do hate that people still fucking shoot guns into the air to celebrate. It's so bad. It's such a bad practice that needs to be abolished in its entirety because it's so fucking dangerous. Every time I see that shit, I'm like, dude, those bullets land, dog, and it literally kills people. It's so fucking dangerous. Not the point here at all, but I hate seeing it. I'm like, oh, it's so unimaginably fucking dangerous, dog. It is so dangerous. No, they're not firing blanks, brother. They're firing real bullets. You're being the too woke friend right now. Listen, if that's the one time where I'm the friend who's too woke, then so be it. Okay? Straight up, I think it's one of the worst practices, one of the worst fucking practices. It is so goddamn dangerous, and people get killed all the time, or at least injured all the fucking time. Okay? Sorry, call me fucking woke. It's just, it literally is a thing I cannot stand.
Children about.
Damn, this guy's good.